we're going to be looking at the onMouseMove and onMouseDrag functions. They work very similar to the press and release functions, but now you can actually capture the mouse moving while you're not clicking something and moving while you are clicking something. A lot of the exercises related to this are about changing the shape and the size of things, which I think is super, super cool, and those are great. Please try to get through more than just the bare minimum of the points on those. That would be really cool. But for this, I just like, it just made sense. This seems like a really clear project that I want to make. I'm not going to make it a challenge because, I don't know, I want to do it as part of the lesson video. So what we're going to do is we are going to make a pen, simple little pen project where we'll have a pencil that will follow our mouse as it moves around, sort of. And then when we click, it'll come down to the paper. The point of the pen will be right where our click is. And as we drag, it will draw stuff. So let's get to it. I'm excited for this one. The first thing that we're definitely going to need is I'm going to have to create a global variable for my pen. So I will call it pen, and let's zoom in here a bit. And this is going to be, well, maybe I'll call it brush handle, brush handle, and then I will make a brush itself. That'll be interesting. Well, we'll see how it goes. All right, and then we're gonna make a brush. Brush handle will just be a line, make it nice and easy. So we'll make it a line, and let's make it, there's the bell. Well, whatever. Wait, why? What time is it? Oh, yeah. Okay. We'll make it at, I want it to be kind of diagonal. I'll start at 200, 200, just as a nice place to start. And then let's go a little to the right, like 230 and a bit up, maybe 150. Let's get rid of the brush for now and just see what this line looks like. That's a pretty good size. I want to make the line width bigger. Line width, we'll make it maybe 4. Try running that. That's not too bad. And then we'll make the brush, maybe I'll make it a regular polygon. Oh boy, all right, yeah, let's do this. Regular polygon, it will be, I guess 3-sided. No, actually, you know what? We're gonna make a polygon. This might actually work okay. We're gonna make a polygon at 200, 200. Let's go a little bit to the left and a little bit up. So let's go 198 and a little bit up. Oh, 198. And then the next, we'll go a little to the right, a little bit down, same amount. So we'll go to 202, 202, and 202. Oh, okay, cool. And then the final one will be at, oh man, it'll be in line, but it'll be left and down. So we're gonna go 195 and 205. Let's see what this looks like. Not quite. Let's go 194. Let's go 194. See if that looks better. Oops, that's further to the right. Let's go 196. Oh yeah, look at that. That's a pen-looking type of thing. Man, go 197. Is that crazy? I gotta run. It's good enough. The line's probably good enough as it is. Okay, and we're gonna make the fill equal to red because we'll be making a red kind of little marker here. All right. Not the most beautiful paintbrush. Maybe I should have called it a pen, but whatever. And that is the start of it. Now, I want to say on mouse move, and let's zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. And I'll define the onMouseMove function. It'll take an X and a Y. I can't really be bothered to be typing out mouse X and mouse Y. What am I doing? Okay. And then let's say the brush dot center X will be equal to my X, but I don't want it to be exactly the mouse's X, because then when I click, it'll go down onto the paper. So we will make it my X maybe +4. We'll see. And the brush dot center Y, I'll make it my Y -4. And just to see if this works, it follows me around. That's not quite enough. Let's go 10. So on mouse move, it follows me around, and that's looking okay. Now the hard part's going to be the center of this is, you know, how far away is it from the tip of this pen? Actually, we can do that. And let me first just hashtag these out, run it, and we can actually check. So this will be at 197, and we're oh man, I don't want to do this geometry right now. It's definitely right. Like if you remember these, this geometry work, thanks, Belle. If you remember from geometry class, they give you a coordinate at the start, a coordinate at the end, and then you should be able to kind of theoretically find, all right, if I take 2 hops from the start to the end, given the X and the Y, yeah, we could do it. Do I want to do this right now? No, let's just guess and check, and hopefully it'll work out well enough for us. Otherwise, I'll just stop recording this video and you'll never know. And I'll do the calculation off screen. Okay, so the brush handle dot center X, we're going to make equal to my X, and let's try plus, well, at the very least, we were at 197, and it's 202 and 230. So between 202 and 230, oh, we want to go halfway. I mean, is that just 215? So let's go plus 18, because we're at 97 at the tip. So 3 more to get to 200, 15 to get to the middle. I mean, yeah, that's as good as a guess as I'm going to get right now while recording. Y -18. Alrighty, let's see if we got it right. Okay, so this is fine. This is fine because I added 10 over here. So if I just make this 28, not 128, if I just make this 28 each, does it just work perfectly? No, alrighty, well, my math wasn't perfect at the first guess, so we're just gonna guess and check. It looks like I need to go up and a little bit to the left. So to go further up, I have to make this more negative. Let's try, that's gonna be too much, I bet. A little bit to the left, it didn't seem like it was that far to the left, so let's make this 24. Oh, I am so sorry, it's just because I'm recording. Really the best thing, you should do the math, do the geometry, calculate it, but guess and check works too, right, in a pinch. We're getting there, hold on. My height's pretty good, I just need to move a little bit to the right, which means I probably need to move a little bit down too. So let's move a little bit to the right and a little more down. Don't forget more, a little more down is, hold on. 0 is the top, so a little more down is more positive, so I want to subtract less. So let's try this. See how it runs. Oh boy, look at that. Look at that. My pen's moving around. It's not following my cursor perfectly, which is what I want, right? I want it to be a little bit to the side, and then when I click, I want to draw and drag, and I want it to follow exactly. There is absolutely a way to either do this with math better or to use other variables to somehow link the these things, but I'm just hard coding the 25 and the 36 in there. If I went back to fix this and change the size of things, it wouldn't work at all. So, you know, don't do what I'm doing right now. It's just because I want to get through this video. Okay, so on mouse move, it's working great. Now we're going to make def, and so as you saw, in case you didn't get through the, the CMU lessons, on mouse move, as you move your mouse, it keeps calling this function over and over and over, and it keeps updating the brush's center X and the handles center X and center Y based on my mouse's current positions. Now we have another one called onMouseDrag. Whoops. And these are local X's and local Y's, so I can use the same variable name again. And now I want it to be exactly on my point. So I'm going to make the brush.center X equal, I'm going to say the X plus 1 because I don't want the center, I want the tip to be where my cursor is. And we'll do the brush.center Y equals X minus 1. And let's just see how that works. The tip of my brush is going to come off of the stylus, but it's okay. Whoa, that's not right. Oh, it's because I made my center Y correlate with my X. I want to make a change with my Y. Okay, let's see how this goes now. That looks, ooh, maybe I got to go a little more to the right and a little more up. So we'll do +2 and -2 instead. Plus, you know what, I'm going to jump all the way to 3. I'm feeling a little dangerous. That is good enough. Now we just need to do the same sort of thing where the brush is following, or sorry, the handle of my brush is following similarly when I drag, not just when I move. So the difference between 10 and 25 is 15. So my best guess here, handle.center X, is to say, well, I did +3 and 25 looked good, so I'll do +18 equals X plus 18. And then I'll make the brush handle.center Y equal the Y. This was -10, 36 is 26 more down, so I'm going to do -3, take away 26 more, -29. I'm just using the exact same difference, right? 10 to 36 is a change of 26. So 3, I have to go down 26 more, it goes to 29. Same thing here, 10 to 25, 3 to 18. That's my reasoning behind it. Alrighty, we're almost there. Moving around, it follows, click and drag. It follows me a little bit closer. When I click, it doesn't join. So here's what I want to do. I want to, first of all, I'm going to add an extra 5 to all of these because that didn't feel like a big enough move. 5 more here would be 41. Did I just ruin everything? I can just undo. No, that looks good. And then when I move it, yeah, it's staying a little closer. We got to use everything. We got to use not just onMouseMove and onMouseDrag, but I want it to be def onMousePress X and Y. We're using all of them. Y. Oh my goodness. My typing habits are bad. What are we doing now? When I press, I want to move the mouse, I want to move the brush to where the drag stuff is. So I'm just going to copy this exact thing because onMouseDrag doesn't happen until I click and then start moving. And I really do want it, as soon as I click, for the brush to go to where my mouse cursor is. So it might not seem like that much, but when I click now, it went right away and the drag follows, where without it, it wouldn't do it. The next thing too is on release, I want it to go back. So we'll do onMouseRelease, def onMouseRelease, XY, XY, we will put it onto the exact place I want it to be for onMouseMove. So now, even if I just click and release in the same spot, I'll like put my pen to paper and then take it away, where before I'd have to move it to do this. And then the final thing, like the cherry on top of this, the pen's moving around, it clicks on the paper, this pen doesn't have any ink. So whenever I drag my mouse, I'm gonna make some red, I guess I'll make really, really tiny red circles is probably gonna be the best way to do this. So we will just create a circle. And oh man, I already know this video is going on for way too long. We'll make a circle at X and Y. The radius is going to be 1, and the fill is going to be red. And let's see how this goes. Click, it goes, and then as I move, yeah. Wow, my computer, I mean, I know my laptop's like 8 years old, but man, it cannot handle this. Whoo! You know what? This video is already at least 13, probably closer to 15 minutes long. I think this is pretty cool. It's cool enough for me, at least. So with that, we saw onMouseMove and onMouseDrag. We saw how we might even want to use onMousePress and onMouseRelease. And you're also starting to see how your programs can start to get really, really long before you even add, right? This is just a blank slate with a pen, and I'm drawing some circles. If I wanted to, make it look nice and put an image around it, all of a sudden you're going to start making programs that are already like 100 lines long. It's exciting. This Unit 3, I believe this is the start of Unit 3. I should have checked that. But, Unit 3, we're about to hit conditionals. Yes, I know, because drag and release is on the first one. We're about to hit if statements, conditionals, and things are starting to get spicy. I'm getting excited to keep moving through this curriculum. Alrighty, guys. That's it. I hope this was helpful. I know it wasn't me kind of giving a new concept, but I thought onMouseMove, onMouseDrag, easy enough. If you want help on dealing with changing other properties, right? I did not make a video on all the properties just because I feel like it would be me listing if you're still here at the end of the video, I'm sure you don't mind me rambling for a moment. But I felt like that video would have just been a very long vocabulary list where I'm counting right now there's at least 11 different things. And that's not, that's a lot of things. There is one thing I want to test in another video just to try it out. And maybe I'll deal with the radius and the width and the height in case those can be a little confusing. But yeah, all right, I'm done with this video. It's going to be way too long already.